Hi there, it's me again, I'm back. So this time I wanted to create a guide for letting people know how to use the left trigger, which is called the left button actually, which is called L1 on the PlayStation 4 and LB, left button, on an Xbox One. And this is a technique that I personally use a lot, and probably most FIFA players who are aware of it will be using it because it's super useful. The idea behind it is that you use this button in order to instruct your teammates to move in specific areas of the pitch. And there are actually two ways to use this. Probably the most well-known one is the touch and go pass, in which you just hold L1. If we're talking about the PlayStation 4, you just hold L1 and press X, tap X, just to make a pass. And right after you make the pass, the player that you passed with will be doing a forward, will be performing a forward run, and pretty much giving you more options, potentially creating more space for your next pass. The other way to use that is to instruct your teammates to move in specific directions up the pitch. And the way to do it is actually pretty simple. You just tap L1 without pressing X or any other button. And when you do that, you will notice that a teammate, which is pointed by the left stick, by your left stick direction at the time, will actually make a run, make a forward run. And so, using this technique, you can kinda have multiple players perform forward runs. And this all just has to do with where you're actually pointing your left stick at the time you press L1 or LB on an Xbox. The technique is pretty simple, it does take some getting used to. And apart from L1, you can also use R1, which is pretty much the opposite of L1. R1 is actually instructing a player to come towards you so that you can pass to them. I personally don't use that too often. It's a little bit it's kind of good for situations where your opponent is pressing up the pitch and you want more options close to you. It's kind of like using the passing strategy, the passing tactic. But personally, I don't use it that much. While I do use the L1 forward runs quite a lot. In fact, I use it pretty much in every attack that I make. So it's very popular, at least for me. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are using it too. If you don't use it yet, incorporate it in your techniques. It's a good weapon to have in your arsenal. And so let's move on and see some examples of how to actually use this. It's really powerful, and I really recommend that you practice on it. So let's go. Let's see some examples. Let's watch that first clip without any commentary. And now let's talk about it a little bit in detail. Did you actually see the movements? Did you understand when I was actually pressing L1? Let's take a look at the same clip again. So here, I'm just getting the ball and I'm instructing a player to move forward. Then I'm passing, and you notice that the player who is moving down is actually instructed by the AI. But then I'm moving another player on the top of the screen. So I'm having multiple players performing a forward run. So once again I press L1, and for the last pass L1 one more time, and we score an easy goal. Yeah, simple, nice technique. Here's another situation. My opponent is actually having a free kick, and I will be counter-attacking. He actually almost scored the AI. So look at the counter-attack. So the AI is actually pushing men up the pitch, but at some point, like here, notice here that they almost stop. So this is where I actually have to press L1 in order to keep them running. And I don't know why, but it's very noticeable in FIFA that if you don't use L1 in such situations, your teammates are actually staying back at the crucial moment. So always remember to press L1 to instruct them to move forward. And here is a kickoff gone right. So my opponent is trying to attack. The game has just started. I'm gonna steal the ball, and let's see how I'm trying to attack here. And notice how I'm using L1. So the first situation is actually here, when I'm instructing my winger to move forward. Then again, then one more pass, and the last one. And see, that's simple. Very effective technique. You just change a few passes, instruct your players to move to the proper positions, and you're good to go. And here's an example of how to perform the touch and go move. Notice my player here. I'm pressing L1, holding L1, and then tapping X to pass. And the touch and go move is completed. I didn't score, but hey, very effective as well. Touch and go the touch and go move is pretty much super useful to open up more space, create more chances and more possibilities. Great tool to open up defensive lines. The L1 technique can also be super effective for instructing one of your wingers to move up, to move forward, and create space, as you see here. So a simple cross, it's not the best one, but with an unbelievable shot is our second goal. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you found these techniques rather useful for your game. I hope that you actually use them if you haven't been using them already. If you liked the video, please show it just by liking it and subscribing, of course. There's going to be many more guides that I'm gonna be making, especially when FIFA 18 is out. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.